everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eunice if you're new here. It's almost been a year since our balcony makeover and the video has been doing so well. I want to thank you guys for the support you've given me, whether it was through likes, comments, or subscribing. Since launching that video, many of you guys have been asking me about the balcony, especially about the IKEA Runnen deck tiles. So today I wanted to do a follow-up on how the balcony has been holding up over the last 9 months, talk about whether the IKEA tiles were worth it or not, and also share some updates that we've made to the balcony. So if you're curious, then keep watching. We're gonna jump straight into the IKEA Runnen deck tiles. Were they worth it or not? So they're currently going for $19.99 per 9 square feet right now on IKEA's website. When I got them, they were on sale and I can't remember the exact price, but I think it was somewhere between $10 to $13. So obviously it's gonna be a little more worth it for me because I got them for a discount, but I totally think that they're still worth it for the price they are at now, and these are the reasons why. If you saw the makeover video, then you saw how easy these were to install. We didn't need any additional tools. They just snap on so easily. So we just laid them out row by row and just stomped over them, and that was that. I've seen some people saw down these tiles so that they fit perfectly on their floors, but for us to fill in the remaining gaps, we just filled it in with pebbles and it's just cleaned it up really nicely. It was easier that way, and it also added a nice zen vibe to the balcony. Durability. So these tiles are very durable. The gray ones are made of polypropylene plastic, and it doesn't rain that hard where we are, but we do get a lot of mist and fog throughout the year, so the air is quite damp, but the tiles have not weathered down at all. I have heard of the wooden ones getting weathered down or peeling from rain, so if you're thinking of getting these tiles in an area where there isn't going to be a roof or anything to block it from the rain, then I highly recommend the plastic ones, and I think IKEA has two, one in gray and black. I've gotten a few questions about cleaning these tiles, and over the last year I've cleaned the top surfaces of them 3 times. I just go in with a wet towel and some soapy water and just wipe it down. You could totally use a mop for this too. So cleaning the top is so easy, but I've also been getting questions about how much dirt gets built up beneath them. So I lifted a few tiles up for the first time last week, and this is what they looked like. Beneath these tiles we have a concrete floor. I think it's painted over and has some like waterproofing coating on it. Let's see what's in there. Alright. So I removed 3 of the tiles. The first one was just a little hard just because the railing was in the way, but the rest were really easy to pop open. As you can see, it's not as bad as I thought it would have been. So looking closely, there's some dust. I have a feeling that this side is going to be dirtier than the rest just because it's close to the railing, more dust can get in. And this side is more clean. And if you look closely, it's just dust and tiny pebbles. I freaked out a little bit because there was like a tiny spider there too. I think this could be wiped down really easily with either wet towels, or even if you have a power washer, you can definitely wash this down. Here's a look of below the tiles if you're curious as well. I just wiped it down so the top is pretty clean, but even when it's dirty, it really doesn't look bad at all because of the gray color, and it's really easy to clean. So based off these points, I think these tiles are totally worth it. They're a great budget alternative to real tiles, and because they snap on and off so easily, they're very renter friendly, and they're also easy to clean and maintain. For the rest of this video, I wanted to share some updates that we've made to the balcony and share the reality of how things have been holding up since the makeover. So the biggest change is that we've had to remove the privacy screen. Our HOA told us to bring it down because we're not allowed to hang anything onto the railing, though they have not said anything about the rail planters, so This was unfortunate because I loved how the privacy screen just helped block out the noisy view of the outside and offered privacy, but it also really helped block winds, and I really wish I had some footage to show this, but we get pretty heavy winds out on our balcony. We've had things like tip over and slide around, so I really wanted to come up with an alternative solution to help block the winds and add back in some privacy. So I initially thought of adding in some giant planters that would just be of the height of the railing and just block out the entire view, but because our balcony is 12 feet long, it would have just been too expensive and too massive as well to add, and I really didn't want to commit to growing that many plants and maintaining them. So we decided to just cover half of the balcony space and block it out with some shrubs. I got these flower boxes from IKEA and also found these boxwood shrubs at Home Depot. These are called Green Beauties. We got 4 of them and they come in 10-inch pots, and 2 of them fit perfectly in each flower box. We went with these because they are easy to maintain, and that side of the railing gets plenty of sunlight, so I'm confident that these are gonna grow well where they are right now and eventually get tall enough where it can add a nice little boxwood wall to that area. I added some more greenery for this upcoming season. So last year I planted herbs in the planters, also had a little vegetable garden of Thai chilies and tomatoes happening, but I learned that our balcony is just not the best climate for growing vegetables because we don't get a lot of direct sunlight and because of the strong winds. So this year I wanted to be a lot more intentional about what I grow in our balcony, so I decided to go with succulents for the little planters. I was initially going to grow flowers in them, but I was not confident about growing them and I didn't like the idea of them being so short-lived, so I thought succulents were a great option because they're lower maintenance and I just felt a lot more confident about growing them. And for the rest of the balcony that doesn't get direct light at all, I added in some faux plants. I got 4 faux plants from IKEA. IKEA has a wide variety of faux plants for a really good price, so I got some there, and then I also got 2 faux flowers from Target. I'm usually not the biggest fan of faux plants, but I'm actually so happy with these, and I've learned that faux plants are a great option for if you want to add greenery to a space but that area isn't ideal for growing real life plants, and they have the same effect of bringing some life to a space. A few practical changes that I made was I sprayed down the bench and the flower boxes with this water shield spray by Scotchgard. I've noticed that the bench was peeling a little bit in some areas from the rain, so I just went in and waterproofed it. I really wish I had done this earlier. Even though the bench is for the outdoors, it will still weather down a bit, and especially depending on what kind of wood your outdoor furniture is made of, I highly recommend spraying it down with some water shield spray so that they can be more water resistant and last longer. Lastly, I just swapped the benches with the chairs because now that we have the flower boxes on the railing side, I thought the black chairs looked better there, and then put the bench against the wall so that there's a wall to lean on when you're sitting on it. So that is my update for our balcony. I tried to cover as many of the things that I repeatedly get asked about, so I hope this was useful. If you're struggling with the same challenges that we faced for our balcony, I hope this gave you some ideas as well. Let me know below if you have any questions about anything I covered in this video. Make sure you give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to this channel to see more content like this from me. When you subscribe, make sure you hit the little bell next to it as well so that you're notified when I upload future videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one.